James Weller was a retired high school principal who prided himself on staying sharp. At 69, he still read 2 newspapers a day, took his morning walks religiously, and did the crossword in ink. But in the spring of last year, something strange began to happen. It started with his right hand. While reaching for his coffee mug, he missed. Not by much, just enough to spill a little on the table. He laughed it off as clumsiness. A week later, he struggled to find a word while speaking to his granddaughter. It was a simple word, umbrella, but it stuck on the tip of his tongue. Then, one evening, while watching a baseball game, the screen began to blur. He blinked hard. One eye cleared, the other stayed fuzzy. Still, he told no one. It wasn't until a month later, after a dizzy spell left him gripping the bathroom sink for support, that his wife insisted he see a doctor. Blood pressure, elevated. Cholesterol, borderline. The neurologist ordered a scan, and after reviewing it, looked at James with quiet seriousness. "You didn't have a stroke," he said, "but you were close, extremely close." James was stunned. "But I didn't feel anything. I was fine." The neurologist leaned forward. "That's the danger. Most people don't recognize the warning signs. A stroke doesn't always hit like lightning. Sometimes it whispers for weeks." Over the next hour, James learned that many strokes are preceded by subtle symptoms, signals the body gives out in the weeks leading up to an event. These signs often go ignored, especially by older adults who attribute them to age or fatigue. The doctor called them the 8 silent warnings. 1. Sudden vision changes. Like James's blurred eye. Vision loss or distortion in one or both eyes, especially when it comes and goes, is a major red flag. It could mean restricted blood flow to the brain's visual centers. 2. Unexpected weakness or numbness, particularly on one side of the body. A limb might feel heavy or hard to move. Even slight tingling in fingers or toes should raise concern. 3. Slurred or confused speech. If words don't come easily or sound slurred, especially when you know what you want to say but can't say it, that's a warning signal. 4. Trouble understanding others. Not just forgetting names, but being unable to process speech quickly or correctly. It might feel like people are speaking too fast or in a different language. 5. Sudden loss of balance or coordination. Feeling unsteady, dizzy, or as though the room is spinning can indicate issues with the cerebellum or inner ear blood flow. 6. Persistent headaches with no cause. Especially new or different headaches, particularly if they're severe or accompanied by other symptoms. 7. Fatigue or mental fog. Sudden exhaustion, trouble concentrating, or difficulty following conversations can be neurological in origin. 8. Facial drooping. It might start subtly, an eyebrow that doesn't raise properly, or a crooked smile, but it's one of the most visible and urgent red flags. James asked the obvious question, "So what can I do to stop it?" The neurologist didn't hesitate. "Plenty," he said. "You're lucky. You got a warning. Most don't." Then came the 9 prevention strategies, each more powerful when done consistently. 1. Control your blood pressure. High blood pressure is the #1 risk factor for strokes. Check it regularly. Aim for readings under 130/80. Medication, if prescribed, should be taken religiously. 2. Manage blood sugar. Diabetes doubles stroke risk. Keep blood sugar levels stable by eating low glycemic foods, exercising, and avoiding refined carbs and sugary snacks. 3. Eat for your brain. A Mediterranean-style diet, rich in leafy greens, olive oil, nuts, fatty fish, and whole grains, has been shown to reduce stroke risk dramatically. Cut out processed foods and salt-heavy snacks. 4. Exercise daily. Even a brisk 30-minute walk 5 times a week improves circulation, reduces blood pressure, and supports healthy weight. Movement keeps vessels flexible and responsive. 5. Quit smoking. If you smoke, stop immediately. Smoking damages blood vessels and increases clot formation. It's a direct pathway to stroke. 6. Limit alcohol. Heavy drinking elevates blood pressure and weakens the brain's blood vessels. Moderate use, 1 drink per day or less, is safest. 7. Maintain healthy weight. Excess weight, especially around the midsection, increases strain on the heart and circulatory system. Even modest weight loss can reduce risk significantly. 8. Manage stress and sleep. Chronic stress raises cortisol and blood pressure. Poor sleep disrupts vascular recovery. Practice deep breathing, meditation, and aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. 9. Monitor cholesterol. Keep LDL bad cholesterol low and HDL good cholesterol high. If lifestyle changes aren't enough, talk to your doctor about statins or other medications. James left the office that day with a new sense of urgency, but also hope. He wasn't too late. Over the next 3 months, he made small, consistent changes. He started his mornings with oatmeal and blueberries. He swapped his evening news-watching couch time for slow walks around the neighborhood with his wife. He kept a water bottle at his side and left the salt shaker in the cabinet. He got rid of the cigar box he kept in his desk drawer for special occasions. He also told his friends, many of whom were also retired, also slowing down, also ignoring small signs. He shared the list of symptoms and the prevention tips at his local community center. One man came up afterward and thanked him. "My fingers have been numb for a week," he said. "I thought it was just arthritis. I'm calling my doctor tomorrow." 6 months later, James went back for a follow-up scan. The doctor smiled as he read the new results. "Your vessels are cleaner," he said. "Your numbers are better. You're not just out of the danger zone, you're strengthening your brain's future." James didn't say much. He didn't need to. He knew now that a stroke isn't always sudden. The body whispers before it screams. And sometimes, all it takes to avoid disaster is listening early and choosing wisely. Because prevention isn't about fear, it's about power. And James Weller had taken his power back.